It is the Riot Podcast. It's a good Tuesday, July 19th. Hello, Nikki.
Hello.
Hello, Isaiah.
Hello.
What do you got for us?
For the podcast today?
Uh-huh.
All kinds of good stuff. We kicked it off with a teenager who has mastered over 100 instruments.
You play anything?
I do not really play anything. I learned to play the guitar for a little while. My grandma tried to teach me how to play the piano for a little while, but now I'm just left pretty much talentless in musical.
If you could.
Well, we play music now.
Yeah, exactly.
Play bands.
Hey, you're good at singing and doing the little, what do you call it, scatting?
Oh,
Scooby-Doo, bop, bop, you know?
Oh, I am good at that kind of stuff. You're right. I guess I am musically talented.
Yeah,
I
you
had
got
no
it.
idea.
But if
Did you not play an instrument in school?
No, I never was in band or anything, no.
They probably canceled that. Right?
Oh,
like
really?
we moved on because there's
Probably.
people like Isaiah that would never make it in bands. So they're like,
What are you talking
we don't
about?
want to make him feel bad.
Because
so.
I wasn't in band. The band at my school was like the biggest thing. That was like the thing.
And that's why
outside
they
like
didn't want
sports
you
and
in it
stuff.
because
So
you wouldn't cut it.
unfortunately, I played sports and didn't have time to do the band.
If you did learn an instrument, though, which one would you choose?
An instrument?
Yeah, pick one.
I don't know. Probably be like the guitar or the piano because those are the
Because
only
you
two.
already learned
Yeah.
something?
Yeah, because those are the only two that I've ever had any experience with.
See,
You need to get back and try.
I want to learn the accordion.
No, you don't.
I do.
Why?
Because it's you would always have a gig if you had an accordion. You just go to the German restaurant, you play there, they'll give you free potato pancakes, and you're good to go.
Okay, you're all these
And I like
stereotypes.
the accordion. What are you talking about? I've been to German restaurants. Yes, you'd have to wear the getup. I'd have to wear the lederhosen thing and that hat with the feather in it. But I'll do that for free deep fried
So then
sauerkraut balls.
you're not wanting to learn an instrument for the love of the
No, I
instrument.
would love
and
doing
its
that. I would
music.
love it. I do love accordion.
It's because he thinks it actually has potential to like
money.
make money.
Yeah.
But it's so odd because there's so many instruments where you could make more money.
But there's more competition.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're going to a German restaurant, like you said, you're getting paid in like flapjacks if you're the only one playing the accordion.
That's not a bad way to get paid.
It's not a bad way.
Listen to me. If I learn to play the guitar, it's going to go nowhere.
Everybody-
Nothing.
a lot
Same
of
thing
people
with
can play
drums.
the
I don't think
guitar.
I made a cent off of teaching myself to play drums. But if I learned to play bagpipes and all of a sudden, oh no, the Irish punk band is coming to town and their bagpiper has fallen ill. Who can we call? All of a sudden, Hudson's in town.
But
He's
I feel
got
like
it taken care of.
if you're picking up the bagpipes or the accordion, a lot of people assume that's part of like your history,
Your culture.
and stuff, and it would
It
just.
is. I
You're
have
kind of a
German.
poser.
I have German and Irish in my heritage. I do too. What do you think I have?
That doesn't mean a thing.
What do you think I am? Peruvian? What
That
do you think?
doesn't mean a thing.
I don't know.
You're
but
crazy.
I want to see one of your.
Hudson's like, I am German. I
So
live
what,
the
you
German
think I'm
lifestyle. Look at
culturally-
me.
My grandparents speak German.
Okay, good.
What do you think I'm
So what are some of your
culturally
favorites?
appropriating the
What are
bagpipes?
some of your favorite like German traditions that you have brought into like your your day-to-day life?
What do you mean? Like, what about that?
He
what do
said
you
it was
mean?
lederhosen.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I
You're
go to
right.
German restaurants all the time. I
Got
eat.
it, okay.
That doesn't make you
It doesn't-
German.
I go to Mexican restaurants all the time. I eat all kinds of Italian food. I eat all these places.
So
but
what? Because I don't. That's what. So this is my way of trying to bring the German or Irish heritage into my home.
That's
is
I guess
by-
good
That's a
too.
good way to say it. Yeah.
Right. Is by celebrating the food more and also picking up the instruments from my culture's history.
There
I guess
you go.
I was talking more like bagpipes because then people assume that if you're wearing the entire outfit and the costume, whatever, like then you must be so familiar with it because you know your history's from it. So.
I don't
Which
know.
is Irish, right?
yes.
From Ireland.
Or
yeah.
Scottish,
Which
could
I
be.
am obviously
Scottish.
Irish.
Oh,
So,
we can be a bagpipe duo.
So yeah, I mean, obviously that runs deep. Like my mom has red hair, and my mom's very Irish. So like that does run deep in
I
my
love
day-to-day
every time
life.
we talk about a place where like one of us is, oh yeah, I am.
I am part of that culture. Bagpipes run deep in my blood,
And
so
the
I guess
culture's
maybe I
like-
should.
If you
play
try,
No,
those.
you're
if you
not.
tried those, you'd probably just be able to pick them right up because it
Yeah.
runs in the blood. Right?
Exactly. So yeah, it would be an easy
And
one
think
for me.
about all the money we could make playing gigs, mostly probably funerals, but still, we'd
Oh,
we'd,
no.
What? That's what they typically is where they are used,
I'll tell
and
you
that's
what.
fine. I can deal with that.
I will. I'll schedule your guys' stuff, okay? And then you guys go out on the road and you just let me know if you need something. I'll hold down the fort, all right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, can you come and advocate for us, like be our manager on the road too?
No, I need you to pick another
How can
country.
they play? How can Isaiah and Hudson play the bagpipes under these conditions?
No, I need you to
could
pick
say.
another country, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, that's mine."
Yeah, that's actually runs deep
me.
within my
Yeah.
family.
You're gonna have to pick up some
oddly
Norwegian
enough.
instruments, Nikki.
Actually, I don't have that in me.
How do you know?
I
You,
also,
you never know.
You never know.
Hudson, I also am German.
There we go. Now she's a part of the crew.
So it's a little of all of us. So
Well, all right.
Well, enjoy the podcast and just wait till you get to that part.
It is the riot.
Have a good
See
day,
you guys.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Hello to this. We have a 16-year-old. He is from Elk Grove, California. His name is Neil Nayar. He can play. He is not just can play. He has mastered
Yeah.
over 100 musical instruments.
Wow. He must be a genius.
Yeah, he's a savant, I guess you could say. I've watching.
He just picks it up. He doesn't have to really learn an instrument.
Pretty much, that's
Yeah.
how they describe it. He says, well, he started at 6 years old. Is when he got to start in music. He took a drum class, a free drum lesson.
Yeah.
He picked the drums up and kind of just figured them out pretty quickly. And from there on, he was just hooked on making music, on learning all these different instruments. So over time, he has been able to pick up and figure out now up to, it looks like he's at 117 instruments.
That's how many instruments he actually owns.
Right. He probably could find
That's
other.
even worse.
Right. Yeah. Where do you have the space for all of that?
I don't know. It's a lot of like flute looking things.
Right. I mean, once you get through, obviously you think of like drums and guitar and piano, like the typical instruments. But to get to 117, there's a lot of obscure instruments that this guy has picked up. I'm watching
The music
video.
shop in the area must love
Oh,
him.
yeah. I think they probably. He's probably exhausted their supply.
Sure.
Because they say he started like ordering special stuff, like rarer instruments in from Vietnam and France and stuff like that. I'm looking at his collection. It seems that he is able to play a laundry drying rack and a
Oh.
bird feeder. I don't even.
Are you
These don't
saying
even
they
look like
look like it?
They don't even look like instruments.
It's 'cause we're not
to me.
smart enough.
I know, but I've never even seen these things before in my life. But he's doing it.
So
he is doing it.
he is, I think, what do you say, 16 now?
Yeah.
When he was 12, he made his first world record for playing 44 musical instruments at such an early age.
Uh-huh.
And at this point, he just keeps adding more to his collection that he could actually play. So I think that's the difference.
Right.
You could blow into something, but that doesn't make you mastering the instrument.
Yeah,
So
no.
it doesn't count as you playing, and he
He's-
knows how to.
Definitely proficient at all of these. I don't have video of him playing all 117. I can't personally verify
Sure.
myself, and a lot of them too, because I've never even seen an instrument like this. He could be making garbage, but it looks
He's
like he's playing it to
playing
me.
garbage.
Right, yeah.
It is garbage.
It is garbage. He picked the stuff out of the trash, fashioned it into a...
Haven't you ever played the Le Bag? It's a new instrument.
You blow into it.
blow into it.
Just don't inhale.
You have to blow into it while you're throwing it into the trash can and see what sound it makes.
Yeah, it's a wheezing usually.
Well, it's just jealousy if you're mad at this guy. Like, that's
Yeah.
amazing. He can play so many instruments. Good on him.
How many instruments can you play?
I played the flute and I played the piccolo, but that didn't count. Like, I feel like that's the same.
Did you master them?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
And so,
Enough to,
why'd you give it up? The
Well-
fluting accident of 1999. What happened?
I hit my eye with the piccolo. No, high school.
Yeah.
It was just.
I guess there's not a lot of applications for piccolo after you graduate.
You didn't go to public school.
No, I didn't.
Okay, when you go to public school, like I think it was 6th grade, you have to pick an instrument. And so you have to play.
And you went with piccolo.
Otherwise, you have to sing in the choir.
Ooh, see?
So I went with the
That
flute.
sounds easy to me.
Played that a few years.
I mean, I'm a good singer. So.
Well, you would have mastered that.
Yeah. I didn't need to join a choir to figure that out.
You were required to have an instrument. It's not like one just picks it.
How does it work in school? Is it like, there's one of every kind of instrument, and so if somebody beats you to the cool instrument, you get stuck with piccolo?
I think they tried to allow you to, but you only had so many seats, and they wanted to have like a balance thing. So like when I moved into piccolo for a tiny bit, that was something because you had to be good enough at the flute, and they weren't just offering that.
Oh, okay.
So you just had to move and shuffle around.
So now, if you could not go back to school, but if your one regret, I never learned to play which instrument.
Well, it was the same.
I mean, it's not too late.
No, it's
You're
the
not
same.
too old to learn.
My regret is the same as Spanish. I wish I would have remembered all the stuff you had to spend so many years learning.
So you could do flute
so I could
solos
still
for the
play.
show. That would be excellent. If we could go in and out of every song with you, like a little interlude on your flute, that would really add a lot.
I'm only at 2, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't be jealous of me.
And I can tell by Nikki's attitude, she's got no interest in catching you.
Nope.
Nope, she's moved on from the musical space.
3 instruments, the table.
I don't even
play
think
that.
Neil has mastered that one.
Well, that's a hard one.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Guys, you fans of Skittles?
If you are presented with candy, Skittles are fine. And I like the Skittles machine if you've never tried that.
What, the one with like the big silos of Skittles in it?
Yep, and you put the bucket in and you pick what you want.
So you like Skittles so much you want a whole bucket of them?
No, but
That's what it sounds like to me.
I felt like just for the user experience and just for the
just
fun.
because it's fun.
Yeah.
What about you, Isaiah? You like fun?
I think I do like fun. I think Skittles are all right. I wouldn't go out of my way to choose them. I would never another thing that I wouldn't really ever buy if I was at the gas station or anywhere. But if I came across them at a friend's house or something and they were offering me a couple Skittles, I would probably eat them.
You
yes.
You guys prefer any variations of Skittles?
Aren't they all really the same flavor?
Yes.
It's just different colors.
But
so.
but I mean, you like sour or
tropical,
whatever.
Ooh,
Yeah, tropical.
very, very.
Those are good.
There's a bunch of
Tropical's
different
good.
ones.
It's starting to sound like Isaiah likes some of the variations.
I like the sour Skittles. I've
Yeah,
always liked
sour
those. But you can only eat so many of them before all of a sudden your mouth is raw. So I let that go for a while.
Well, just a warning to all of Isaiah's friends. Please have these sour ones available for when he comes over because he's not buying them on his own, but he needs you to buy them.
Just 3 of them, though. I can't eat more than that. Just a couple.
Well,
a Skittles jar.
Yeah.
It may be time to kick your Skittles habit to the curb because there is a lawsuit centering around Skittles that says they are actually unsafe to eat.
Because
and we all know they're
unsafe.
No, I hope not. I don't know if you can sue them for just the shape that they are, but you can't sue them for the ingredients. Skittles are being sued because, really the Mars company, which makes Skittles, is being sued because supposedly they are endangering consumers of Skittles by including heightened levels of something called titanium dioxide. And that is something that in Europe, they are actually phasing out titanium dioxide. The full ban of titanium dioxide in Europe goes into effect on August 7th.
Oh, really?
So I guess Skittles there wouldn't have it, but here in the United States, there's no such ban. And I mean, there's a limit on how much titanium dioxide you can have, but apparently Skittles may be above the normal limit. And so that is why.
You mean we're getting more for our money here?
You're getting your daily value of titanium dioxide and then some with your Skittles.
Fine. Well, they say that this is, I think, in part of the colorant that is used. The chemical, they've used it since 2016, and they maybe will remove it.
Yeah.
They maybe.
I mean,
maybe
if they're gonna make, I know it's a different manufacturing whole setup, but if you're already engineering a recipe that doesn't include the titanium dioxide for Europe. Why wouldn't you just use that for the U.S. as well?
Well, I think there's probably some differences then in what alternative they used here. Because my only issue is if you take away something that is so manufactured for a colorant, then what do you have left? More natural colorants? And then they're like, well, it's the red beetle dye.
Yeah.
And so I'd be just as upset with that one.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
I think that they.
Are you indifferent?
I'm indifferent. I don't really know what
You're
to
fine.
say.
But you care. Your body is a temple.
I don't
you care so much about what goes into your body.
If you gave me Skittles right now, I'd eat a bag full of. I've ate them in my entire life, and I feel pretty good this morning.
Somehow
I'm a
you're
little
still
tired.
fine.
I'm a little tired.
Is that the titanium?
You think that over the course of time, how many people have eaten Skittles? We're doing so many things that are way worse for us than eating Skittles.
Yeah, but you think, how long have Skittles been around? I mean, they've only been doing this since 2016, right?
For the colorant?
So what if today, this is the attitude that gets us in trouble. I've eaten Skittles my whole life. I've been fine. Yeah, but what if one day you're 70 years old and all of a sudden all that titanium dioxide comes back to bite you? The doctors are like, I'm sorry, there's no treatment for
you're saying
titanium
at 70,
dioxide.
That's what happens?
Well, I don't know, just somewhere way down the road.
I'd be excited I made it
Where
to
you're
70.
young enough that you care that you're about to die because you ate Skittles.
No, that's not how it goes. I think every day you just steal a little bit of tomorrow's happiness. So as I continue the parts of my life that probably aren't very healthy, I just let myself know that tomorrow it's not going to be as good as today, but today's the best day.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
that's good.
I don't know if that's inspiring.
That's pushing off the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skittles, I eat them today. Tomorrow, it probably isn't going to make me feel any better, but right now, I do like them.
And just remember, it's just a little titanium.
Just a little
It's
baby,
fine.
little baby bits.
It's
You'll be
baby
okay.
Though you don't want to know. I'm assuming everything we eat has a little bit of something in it.
Yeah, but it's not being sued about it.
You don't know that, and it's just not yet.
Yeah, one day. But I just now that I am cognizant of the issue with Skittles,
Will this
I
stop
don't think
you
I
from
can ever
eating
eat a
them?
Skittle. Well, I haven't had a Skittle in a long time, so I think I'm safe.
So that's not fair because you don't
When
like
I'm
it.
still alive, when I'm 70 and you guys are dead from titanium dioxide poisoning, we'll see who's laughing.
Not poisoning. We're just going to turn red or yellow or purple.
This is the Riot Radio U.
I don't know if you've noticed, Nikki, there's been a series of shark attacks off of the coast of Long Island.
There's been a few. I wasn't going to say there, but there's been some. I feel like the increase in news that happens though a lot of times during the summer.
Yeah,
you just start hearing about more and more.
Well, more people at the beach, of course, means there's more
And it's been so
toes
hot,
in the
yeah.
water for sharks to nibble on. And in the case of Long Island, they've had 5 shark attacks here very recently, which I think for Long Island, that's a little out of the ordinary. But it also seems, too, that every year there's like a different area that seems to have a little bit of an uptick. Mm-hmm. Well, the one in Long Island, the shark attacks in Long Island, there seems to be an explanation, at least according to Florida Program for Shark Research Program Director Gavin Naylor. He's got some answers.
Got some details for Long Island.
Right, for what? Of course, from Florida. Well,
they would know more.
He says that the sharks in the sharks in Long Island, the Long Island area, are not after humans. He says he assumes that it is believed that the sharks in these incidents are sand tiger sharks. Sand tiger sharks are some of the most adverse to going after humans. They want to stay far away. They just want fish. See, that's the problem. He thinks that the sharks in these 5 shark attacks near Long Island, he thinks they are juvenile sand tiger sharks.
Who know no better?
They be chasing after fish. And they don't realize, and they're going after fish, and then they chomp on a human, whether they mistake it for a fish or they're chasing other fish around, and they run into a human and just bump into it, and attack it. Either way, he thinks first of all, you can't blame the sharks; it's not their fault. But what it is there's like hatcheries, it sounds like.
Well,
nurseries is what they call it.
Nurseries, and I think the real problem is there's a lot of what's called like bait fish.
Yeah.
And that's getting closer and closer to the shore. So they come in for the bait fish and your foot's there.
Right.
And then they get confused and they've been accidentally, they say, not the sharks,
Right.
but the representatives
Right.
for the sharks have been mistaking us for the fish that they normally go after.
It does kind of sound like Gavin Naylor could be a shark based off of his, how much he's advocating for the sharks.
Well, they made a good point because they say if you base it on, stats and stuff, there'd be like 10,000 shark bites a day if they were actually going after humans.
Well, doesn't that sound like something a shark would say? Believe us, if we wanted to eat you guys,
we would.
Yeah, we would. But trust us, we're just looking for fish.
So they're just still trying to point out that though there's been an increase, it's because the fish are coming in more.
Yeah.
And they're just coming after those. We happen to be in the water more. That's how that works out.
Typical shark
apologist.
foisting the blame onto, it's not even our fault. The sharks realizing, you can't blame humans because they're never going to accept the blame. So the problem really is the fish. It's the fish's fault. They're the ones getting closer to the shore. And so if you want to stop having sharks attack humans, you're blaming the fish. You got to solve the problem with the fish. It's not our fault. It's the sharks. It's not the human's fault. It's the fish's fault.
No one likes to take any of the blame.
No.
They say if you want to take some extra care, if you're in an area where there could possibly be sharks, don't go swimming. Avoid dusk to dawn. Actually, okay, I said that wrong. You can go swimming, but
well, that would be a good way to avoid sharks.
Problem solved.
Hopefully, you'd be safe at that point.
You're welcome. They say avoid swimming between dusk and dawn. Don't go into the water alone. Don't wear flashy jewelry, which they can mistake for fish scales. And if you have an opened wound, don't go in also.
Yeah, you don't want the blood in the water, right?
They say be calm if you find yourself near a shark, and that's it.
Now
go back towards the shore.
Keep that in mind, Nikki. When you go to Myrtle Beach in a week or two, no flashy jewelry.
Okay.
I know that's a big one for you.
I wish sharks were like, when you go to different places that have the fish that nibble on the dead skin on your feet.
Yeah,
Have you
I
ever
guess
seen
so.
that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, come on, sharks. You can be a little helpful and just give a little pedicure, but don't take anything else.
Well,
don't take my foot.
Maybe they know what's good for you. Maybe your foot needs to go.
Please don't let this be foreshadowing to my trip to Myrtle Beach. I don't want to be a part of a shark attack.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
We're getting close. We're getting close to when Isaiah leaves us for a Vegas vacation.
Are you excited?
I am excited.
Thursday and Friday, Isaiah's gone.
And so if you want to text in, do you need some tips, right? Have you done Vegas before? How many times have you been to Vegas?
Twice.
Oh,
so
maybe
there's
you
so
don't
much
need
more to
tips.
see. No, there's more.
There's always more to
That's
see.
the beauty of Vegas. I'm sure I've never been once, but I'm sure that the beauty is that there's so many things to do. You can't possibly fit it in to one or even two trips.
It's like a circus. Just one really
circus.
Really. Oh yeah, I bet that's there.
8772 Radio U. If you'd like to text in with Vegas advice for Isaiah, but I saw that you pointed out here, Isaiah, that Denny's has a wedding package you can get. You can go get married at the Denny's on Fremont Street. Are you trying to tell us something? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm going to come back married, obviously. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, you're pulling
And with a
up.
grand slam.
What's their names from the weekend? Ben Affleck and
Jennifer Lopez.
And J-Lo.
So,
Are you finding someone there? Or
No, I'm bringing someone with me that I'm getting married to, yeah. No, I'm not
Nice.
getting married. I'm not going to go any further with this because people will actually believe that I'm going to get married. I'm not going to go get married at Denny's.
Your parents are texting you like, son, should we be concerned?
Should we be coming on this trip or
Does it appeal to you, though, the idea of getting married at Denny's?
no?
Not at all?
Does it appeal to you?
A little
Why
bit.
are you asking if it appeals for him to
I've
eat
said
there?
this. Me and my wife, it didn't wind up working out. We actually got married in much less glamorous circumstance, but we would have loved to get married in Vegas, just the same way Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck did. I don't know if we would go Denny's route, But I can see the appeal. The
Of like a
pancakes
little chapel.
are really good. Yeah. So
The pancakes are really good. I
yeah.
can totally see the appeal of getting married at Denny's. I guess,
I mean-
you think about like Bob Evans. They have really good pancakes too. So I guess I could get
but
married
they
there
don't
as
offer.
well.
They don't offer.
IHOP.
There's an IHOP right up the
Yep,
road.
They don't offer. I know it looks like a church from the outside, but they don't offer weddings either, and Denny's does. So I can see why.
I think they just trust that things get out of hand in Vegas, and eventually something happens. So.
Things get out of hand at Denny's too, no
That's
matter what
true.
city, no
That
matter
is
what
true.
city it is.
Well, if anybody has any ideas for Isaiah's Vegas vacation, you got to pass them along so he knows what to do.
You gonna see a magic show?
I don't think I'm gonna go see any magic.
Why not? That's like
That's
a
what
big
you came
Vegas
up
thing.
with of all the
Yeah.
things.
David Copperfield.
I don't think I'm gonna go see
Matt
David.
Franco.
Not gonna see
Chris
Matt either.
Angel?
Are you
Not gonna
seeing-
go check out Chris.
Are you seeing like any shows?
I have nothing planned.
Good. Okay,
So you're
well,
just
that's
gonna
fun.
go
I'm just going.
and spend time in the nasty pool.
I'm gonna go. I have no plans so far. I'm gonna hang out with my friends, and we're just gonna kind of explore and see what we can find.
I bet you
now,
wind up at a
Bray,
magic
you are
show.
coming back married.
Yeah, exactly.
Married at a magic show.
You have to have a plan.
Yeah, no plan as of yet. I'm working on the plan. I've got like 48 hours, so it's gonna be a good one.
Everything's gonna be booked.
No, it'll be okay.
All right. Well,
You said there's a million things to do. It can't all be booked, right?
it can be all booked if you have. I guess. Why are we even asking for advice if everything's already booked?
So just please make sure you go to In-N-Out for us, will you?
Yes, I will do that as long as it's not booked.
All right.
Okay, well, don't let the line deter you because it is always really
Yeah.
long. So it might look booked, but
Yeah.
it's not. You just have to wait a really long time.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
Question is, Isaiah's going to Vegas this weekend. He's actually, well, not even this weekend.
leaves
Thursday,
Thursday.
Friday, and Saturday, Sunday. So we're trying to find some stuff for him to do while he's in Vegas.
I think we should probably also see if there's stuff at the airport as well, just in case your flight, takes a little longer.
Yeah, what's the Vegas airport situation?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Not the Vegas, the one here.
The one here. So like when I'm
right.
supposed to leave at like 6 a.m. on Thursday, right? So right as the show's kicking off, I'll be getting out of here.
Oh, okay. So you just listen to the show on the Radio U app.
Yeah,
obviously.
precisely. Obviously up in the air. I'm sure it'll connect up there.
No, I mean when your flight's delayed and you're stuck at the airport.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's a great
It'll be a
idea.
way to pass the time.
But I have to
aggravate
be
you even more than
Yeah.
already you are.
I have to be in Vegas by noon on Thursday. So hopefully I can make it there in time.
Your check-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
For
Jeff
all the
had
extras.
a really good idea. I think there's some of these in different cities, but there's a neon museum in Vegas. And it looks like it's where, especially in that area, all the old neon signs go. And it looks like a really cool art museum, especially at nighttime when they're all lit up.
Yeah, it
So
looks
that's
like-
a great idea.
So it's outside, right? Is what I'm looking at. Where I guess if you walk through at night and all that stuff is lit up, oh, that'd be that's
get
something
some-
I would definitely want to do.
you get some really good social media pictures.
That's what I'm
yeah.
thinking. Some photos in front of it there. I'm a big neon guy, so I like that idea.
That's a great one. So thank you, Jeff, for texting that in. Did you want to read the other text message?
Well, we got a feedback from my mom. I don't know how recently they went to Vegas, my mom and dad, but she says you should go see the Blue Man Group.
Are they just
Remember the
always
Blue Man
performing?
Group?
I remember the Blue Man.
Yeah,
Are they
they-
always performing there? Like every
I
night they
think
have to have a show.
I think I don't know about every night, but yeah, I think they've got once you have a residency in Vegas, that's when you know you've made it, and that's what happened with the Blue Man Group.
So do you think it's the same like people, or because they wear
Nikki,
the blue, they don't?
listen
no
here.
one knows.
Listen here, my
They
parents,
are in Vegas this Thursday. I won't lie.
Exactly. My parents are Blue Man Group aficionados,
They
so I
are?
know that there's the Blue Man Group is like what do I compare it to? There's different iterations of the Blue Man Group. Because
in different
they,
places.
they don't talk. Anybody could be a blue man. I could be a blue man. Tobias could be a blue man. So you can be anybody can be a blue man. And so, I mean, you have to go through a lot of training, but there's blue men in
It's not
different
a clown.
cities. What? No, it's kind of, you know what? It kind of is, isn't
Kinda
it?
is.
It's kind of is. So
Well-
there's the Blue Man Group that's in Vegas, and then there's other touring Blue Man groups. And so that is an option if you'd
Isaiah,
like.
if you sign up for their newsletter, you get 20% off your tickets.
I don't even know if it's worth it. I hate a newsletter.
I am looking for Vegas for ticket information.
See, What
That would be
about
they only start at $49.
That's not bad at all.
what about Terry Fader? You want to see Terry Fader?
You'd have
You
to
remember him?
remind me of Terry.
I think he won America's Got Talent the first time they ever did it.
Is he-
He's the what is he? What do you call it? The
Is that
ventriloquist.
puppetry? Is it
Yeah,
puppetry?
he sings "At Last." Well, you know, like that classic old song that's sung by a lady, but he's a guy doing with like a goatee, and then he's got a puppet.
You have
And
any
it's
other
just-
suggestions? I don't want to go see puppetry.
It's like the most popular show in Vegas. It looks
no,
like.
it is not.
I believe that it is. Also, how
So
about
far we've given him puppetry or Blue Man Group.
Yeah, those are my two options. I'm going to Vegas. They're like, well, have you seen the ventriloquist?
Hey, we want to keep you safe, but still having fun.
what
True.
about Carrot Top? Would you like to see Carrot Top? He's in town this weekend and always.
Also,
Actually-
doesn't seem like someone up my alley.
Really?
All right, hang on. I will say that he went TikTok famous with like he's actually supposed to put on a really funny show.
I think
Okay.
he might not be the worst to see. It's a bucket list type thing.
You know what?
to
You
see
just get to
Carrot Top.
Bucket
Vegas
list?
and see what goes on.
I
Just
don't
see
know. I don't
what
like
time
Carrot
you
Top that much.
have.
You know why? You should go see Carrot Top. He's in shape. Carrot Top is look at
He's
his.
built.
He's a fit guy?
He's got a lot of muscle on.
It's weird.
All those props, like I guess they build up some definition there. So he's looking good.
Hey, I don't think we're helping him. I think
No.
we're ruining his trip.
See,
Carrot Top
I
or
think
Isaiah?
All of it.
both of it. We're not helping Carrot Top at all.
I think we should just let him enjoy his vacation, and then we'll just find out what he comes up with when he gets back.
Nothing he can come back with will be as interesting as what we just asked him about
If he
or
got
told him to
married,
do.
that'd
You're
be the
right.
only way
Yeah, if I
we'd
get
be showing
married,
Yeah, that's the
that
only
may
way.
be the only way I can top some of those recommendations. The ventriloquist, Carrot Top, Blue Man Group.
You go there like, should we go to the Little Chapel or the Blue Man Group? What to do?
I'm like, might as well get married, I guess. Guess I'm getting married.
Let's go to Denny's.
The Riot Radio U.
We have a robbery suspect here that police are on the lookout for. This is in McDonough, Georgia.
Yeah.
Here's the
Love the pictures.
here's the difficulty. The guy who robbed the bank was dressed up as an old lady.
Yeah.
He's
Wig and all.
yeah, he's got the wig,
And the
floral
tennis
dress.
shoes.
It looks like one of those dresses that's like your grandma might have sewed herself.
Yep.
White sneakers that don't go with that at all.
And gloves.
What a horrible combo. He had the latex gloves, right? The orange gloves to, I guess, to make sure he didn't leave any fingerprints behind.
Probably so.
But he is, I guess, how would you put it, Nikki? He's drawing a lot of attention to himself.
Well, honestly, I mean, I try not to go into the bank. How long has it been since we've gone into the bank?
The only
But-
reason you go into a bank is to rob it.
So if you're going into Chase Bank and you're dressed like this, we don't like to profile. That's wrong. But when you're dressed like this, you hit the button that the guy's coming in to rob you.
Right.
You can absolutely tell this guy is coming in to rob the bank.
And so they do know that like he went ahead and robbed the bank, but they don't know
And he had
who it is.
a neck gaiter
Yeah,
to
so he
cover
covered his
up
face.
His face with it.
So he drew attention to himself, but not so much attention that they were able to stop him right then and there. And so instead now, this person who, I mean, in a way, it could be anybody because they don't know a whole lot. I mean, obviously, if you see a guy out there dressed like Medea, then you know that
They're
that's
saying that.
that it's this guy. But other than that, if he, once he takes off of his outfit there, it just could be any guy. Costume, sure.
Interpretation.
Uh-huh.
If you're going to go in and rob a bank, I feel like you're going to do this or you're going to go in and just cover up.
Right.
Like, totally cover up.
Yeah.
So like if it's 90 and again, someone comes in and they're wearing a lot of layers, be prepared. They might be trying to rob you. Or should you put in effort and really try to actually look like an old lady?
Yeah, right. Because he feels well, I don't know.
Put in
at that
some
point.
money for
Wouldn't there just
a
be
better
easier
outfit?
costumes to pull off though than if you're a 6-foot man to pull off like instead of going grandma, why not try to pull off something that you could actually pull off?
But then again, they'll see you getting out of your car. They'll know that you're there to rob the bank. Why else are you in a costume?
I don't know. But you know what though? The thing is, we can criticize all we want his getup here. So far, he's gotten away with it.
They cannot identify the license plate yet. They say he left the bank in a newer possible SUV Lexus model. So they don't know. They don't know anything. They don't know the license plate. They also don't even know how much money he actually took.
See,
so he might have been successful.
They show in the movies that like to pull off a bank heist, you have to, it's all this elaborate planning. So many people have to be involved. You have to go getaway driver, guns and everything. But no, you just dress up a very slapped together grandma costume, and apparently that's all it takes.
The type of party where you get to go to the thrift store, you put together a whole outfit.
Yeah.
Do that. Go.
All of a sudden, you're ready to rob the bank.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
You did not.
Yeah. Love Medea.
Okay.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.